What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Bitcoin Daily. Today we have a special video for you guys. So we've been asked this question by a lot of people, so we decided to go ahead and create a video about it today. It's basically how is the presidential election going to affect the Bitcoin price and the crypto markets? So we look at both sides of the coin today and go over what a lot of the experts in the market are saying and predicting what the outcome will be depending on who the president is. So stay tuned, guys. Enjoy that video. Peace.
So how will Bitcoin react if either Trump or Biden wins? Bitcoin blew past all major resistances, escaped its correlation with the stock market, and even reached a price level that was last seen in June 2019. Bulls have clearly shown their dominance, and it's almost as if nothing could stop them. But will the leading cryptocurrency withstand the influence and results of the US presidential election? Both Donald Trump and Joe Biden are deemed to have high chance to win. More than that, experts now believe that both candidates will have a positive effect on the stock market. But how will Bitcoin react, if it even does? A number of data points and traders expect some significant price fluctuations this week. Statistics from skew.com show Bitcoin's 30-day implied volatility has increased to 59%, while the 3 to 6 month stats jumped over 62%. During the 2016 presidential race, the price of Bitcoin was around $709. Since then, Bitcoin has seen a 1,802% return. Another example, Ethereum, which was trading around $10.83 per unit in 2016, is now worth over $400. Election day was bumpy 4 years ago, and there's little reason to believe that we will go through this election without large movements. Stocks have been crashing since the second week of October as a result of new uncertainty regarding both the stimulus bill and the results of the 2020's presidential election. Bitcoin effectively paid no attention to these turn of events, ranging between 11.2K and 11.7K, before ultimately skyrocketing on October 21st and printing a $1,000 candle. A narrative that pushes that institutional investors have bought every Bitcoin dip supported this positive price action, combined with news of companies such as Twitter, MicroStrategy, PayPal, and Grayscale investing in Bitcoin. So the first question is, how would a Donald Trump win impact Bitcoin? Stock investors have always favored Donald Trump. The same is applicable in the case of Bitcoin bulls, despite Trump's bearish tweets regarding the digital assets. If he were to be re-elected for a second term, it is quite certain that the market would go for another run similar to 2016. This is especially the case considering that Trump seeks to implement a new stimulus bill right after the election, which, if passed, would positively affect all markets. With ECB expected to pass their stimulus in December, that would pressure the US to do the same, which could be exactly what is needed in order to launch to 2017 all-time highs. Higher time frames such as the monthly show no significant resistance besides the January high of 17,000 and the December all-time high. Trump has shown that he focuses on the economy first. This stance may resume despite an ongoing third wave of coronavirus. So now the second question is, how would a Joe Biden win impact Bitcoin? So on the other hand, Joe Biden is a candidate who acts as an unpredictable factor. He has years of experience as a US Senator behind his back. Despite this, his career as a president of the United States remains incredibly uncertain. However, major groups have already vouched for the candidate and his potentially positive impact on the economy. The chief economist stated that this outcome would lead to a substantially easier U.S. fiscal policy, reduced risk of renewed trade escalation, and a firmer global growth outlook. We can conclude that such an outcome would completely remove all uncertainty, which all markets immensely hate. In the case of Biden winning, bulls would show their dominance just as with Trump. However, The key difference is that markets would react on a different time frame. Bitcoin would not respond positively instantly to the news of Biden winning. In fact, there might even be a pullback if whales have expected Trump to win. However, bulls will continue to push Bitcoin upwards, especially if Biden really does confirm a stimulus bill for Inauguration Day. However, the fear of Biden introducing lockdowns has the potential to ruin all bullish plans. As previously mentioned, quarantines can only negatively impact the economy. If introduced, this would force a Bitcoin pullback, and if it lasted longer than the first quarantine, we could see far harsher effects. After all, the March crash has temporarily ruined the global economy. Bitcoin did not have fun either, as it crashed down to its December 2018 lows. Nevertheless, the results of these measures have the potential to only be seen at a later date. For instance, this could happen upon the release of a quarterly report. On that account, a more significant pullback may only happen at some point in the future. For now, Bitcoin will most likely act calmer than we think with a Biden win. Experts believe that it is highly likely that both outcomes can only bring positive changes to the economy. As uncertainty settles and the US selects its winner, markets will finally have the time to focus on fundamental value and not external news. This includes Bitcoin as well. However, we can conclude that these positive outcomes may not occur in the same time frame. In the case of a Donald Trump win, Bitcoin would react far strongly and instantaneously compared. His candidate represents the unknowable, and the past 4 years have already shown what we can expect under Trump. Biden is an uncertainty for the market, but not for long. His win would probably astonish the markets for a moment. Bitcoin may not move at all, and if it did, a small pullback could be possible. However, that would quickly be reversed as soon as he would start talking about the future stimulus bill. In that case, bulls could resume pushing the markets upward. But that's only possible if we do not see a renewed season of quarantines. In the end, it becomes clear that it's not important which candidate wins today. Ultimately, the winner's policy will decide the fates of the market. Since everyone seeks a revival of the economy, it's unlikely that Trump and Biden's financial policies differs that much. The outcome can only affect when and how strong Bitcoin will react. It appears that a bullish outcome is almost set in stone. Consensus appears to indicate that no matter who wins, Bitcoin will also win. Bitcoin has spent more time above the $10,000 mark than ever before in its history. This is a show of huge buying strength in the market. Bitcoin could hit its all-time high of $20,000 by late December or early January, but be warned, as this will come with increased volatility in both directions, as much as 30%, as it did in 2016 and 17. So, with all that in mind, what do you think about the US election outcome and Bitcoin? That's the question of the day.